Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dark Asylum presents the 13 Days of Halloween. Today, we're going to be talking about the underrated 2013 classic, The Bay.
Who stars in it? Come on, man.
I don't know. I don't have a thing in front of me. Directed by Barry Levinson. It stars a bunch of people.
Okay.
So I'm just going to get this. I'm going to get this out of the way real quick.
Uh-oh.
All right.
As a somewhat found footage movie, this was not one of my favorites.
What?
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't one of my favorites. It was it dragged a lot to me. It just dragged, and then it kept going back and giving you almost the same information, but with a different scene. It didn't seem to move on quick enough for me, I guess.
Damn, he just jumped right into that shit.
No, go for it.
He's like, you know what? It fucking sucked.
Well, no, like I said, it wasn't bad. I watched it. I'll say it's something that I would recommend, but I wouldn't put it in as one of my favorite found footage type movies.
Okay. All right. So before, I was gonna say, so before V tore this shit apart.
That's why
Zach,
I said,
you picked this movie. Why did you like it?
Jesus. I don't know. I guess I'm stupid. I should be
Wow.
quiet now.
Fucking derailed this entire fucking podcast.
I can see where you're coming from with how it drags out, because yes, it kind of does. But I love found footage movies, and this one is kind of. I wouldn't put it as top tier as like the Blair Witch Project or VHS 1, but it's kind of like in the top 6 maybe for me.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So found footage movies a lot of times make me fucking nauseous. It's like my Uncle Bob didn't quite learn how to use the fucking camera right, and he's shaking all over the fucking place because he needs his DTs or something. But this one, it had a lot of that, like the footage from other people's cameras, but then it also had a lot of moments where it was like CCTV footage.
Yeah.
Or news reports or something like that. So it kind of took that away from me. So I started getting sick, and then they go to like a news report, and I'd watch it. I'd be like, okay, well, now I'm not dizzy anymore, so that's good.
Well, yeah, it kind of. I guess we should talk about what this movie is before people are like, what the fuck? What is this movie? It kind of reminded me a lot of Jaws, where like this little town community has like a water-centric big festival every year, and then a weird parasite has gotten into their water supply and pretty much just like gets into your skin and eats you from the inside out.
It mutated from the chicken feed.
Yes, that was it.
Chicken shit. Chicken shit in the water.
Yeah. Did it actually mutate, or was that like the weird like conspiracy theory thing?
See, that was weird because there was a lot of time spent on the chicken plant that was right by the water, and then it went off into those weird creatures that were the parasites. So
that's the other
that
thing
actually
about
exist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the other thing about the movie
The
that kind
ocean's
of
fucking
bothered me.
terrifying.
There wasn't a lot of things that were explained or not explained well enough. Whether it was explained and I didn't catch on, but you never really got for a fact whether that was the reason or if that was just a
and that makes it like so much more scarier to me,
because they don't know.
You don't know. You have all these little theories and shit about why this is happening or why these things exist, but you don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I've talked about this
if they play it off that way, but when it's just because the movie's confusing, it doesn't scare me. So it's just like, to me, how. So the woman's narrating the story. She's one of the few who didn't get sick. So she became like a Tom Jones of the horror world. um, so she's talking about, and she's giving the explanation of everybody's story. It's like she wasn't there for that, so it's like, how did she know? Now, yes, maybe she watched these videos, but then I still didn't like or I didn't quite understand why we had to see the two parents with a newborn for 3/4 of the movie on the ocean.
Okay. So, like, there was people who haven't seen it yet, go watch it. But otherwise, there's a new parents that had a newborn baby, and they were coming into town for the festivities. And when they get
The
into
4th of July festivities.
yeah, the 4th of July kind of thing, they end up like landing, like parking their boat, and they get off in the dock, and there's like fucking dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like you got the perspective of like 2 or 3 different major characters. Yeah, and that was just another one of them. So it's like, what the hell? Yeah. So, I thought that the camera, the reporter, whatever, that was probably one of the most hated characters I have ever seen in a long time. She was just, I don't know, like she was very grating on me. So it was like, I was like, please die, please. I was like, no, wait, she's not gonna die. She's gonna be at the end.
Without you would be better.
Yes, she had a great big butt, and I liked that. But other than that, there was nothing there. She was just like, I don't know if it was her delivery of her lines or what. But I actually wanted to take this movie and play it for my wife and not tell her that it was a found footage movie, and just see how long it would take her to figure out that it wasn't real, because it's set up to make you think that it's all archive footage and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's all like documentary style.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, did you hear about this that happened back east, or something like that? Just fuck with
That
it.
is the part that I liked about it, like what they were attempting to do. I don't feel they followed through to the fullest.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like so much of it that like I personally find creepy.
Oh, there's some creepy shit in there, like those creatures inside their body and stuff like that. The coroner going through it.
Where the oceanologist or whatever, they go diving, and the next thing you see is like, you don't get to see the whole thing, but like you assume it's like a giant parasite. Fucking just takes them out.
Those 2 teenage kids that he's like, come on, let's go skinny dip. Come on. And then she goes in the water and gets all fucked up, and you're like, ooh.
There's always like weird, like I have a weird like phobia of like scenes like this where like everybody's having fun and having a good day, and all of a sudden there's just this woman covered in blood walking down the street screaming.
So that scene had actually got me laughing, because
Really?
I remember watching Stand By Me, where they're having the food eating contest.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, so they have this crab eating contest. And then they start getting sick and throwing up, and I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking Lardass.
Okay.
So that one scene but it was because it was in conjunction with another movie that I thought it was funny, but
I wish I made that fucking that comparison.
yes, it's like Lardass Returns, but it was crab eating instead of raspberry pie.
And then like the cop in front of the house where the mayor was with. I watch enough like dashboard creepy shit from cops that like that one kind of got me creeped out.
Yeah, there's some of them, like some scenes like that one was very good. I did like that.
Uh-huh.
So you see the guy come out and just fucking, he's like, get away from me, get away. And it's all on the cop cam. So it's like his dash cam footage. And like, yeah, he just gets attacked. So, yeah, there was some good stuff in it. I'm not dumping completely on it. It was just,
Well, and that's my thing. I would recommend watching it. It's probably not a movie that I'll ever dive into again. But it was enjoyable to watch.
Okay.
You know, I can pick it apart. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I'll pick it apart.
Pick it apart. We got time to fill.
Well, no, I already did. I gave basically my.
I know you were like, "Hey Zach, you know this movie you like? I'm gonna shit all over it for the first 5 minutes."
I'm gonna stop the entire flow of the show in order for me to be the first one to take a hot steaming dump on Zach's movie.
I have to get the thoughts out of my mind brain before I lose them forever.
Damn. No, yeah. Go ahead. Finish it off, V. Fuck.
Wow. No,
These
it's.
are even.
Huh?
I was gonna say these are even more fun when you hate the movie.
I didn't hate the movie. Like I said, out of all the found footage, I'd put it towards the bottom. I've seen some pretty horrible ones that shouldn't make a list, but this one would make a list. But it's, to me, I'm not going to tell somebody that they shouldn't like it because it was enjoyable. There was some fun stuff, some creepy things.
Yeah.
But I think it could have. I probably would have enjoyed it more if it wasn't a found footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if they would have cut out her narrative part and just had it as a movie, I think I probably would have enjoyed it a little more.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a. I mean, when. Jesus, I'm trying to tell you. So, all right, Blair Witch came out. And that was like everyone, even though there was movies before that did the found footage shtick. There's been so many movies that thought that, they could reinvent the wheel with the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
And some movies, I mean, like V was saying, some movies didn't need that kind of spin to it to make them decent. And I think, yeah, he's onto something. This one would have probably, because, I mean, you got Barry Levinson who wrote and directed it. I mean, he's done crazy ass good movies, and then you're like, wait, what? I mean, he did Rain Man, Good Morning Vietnam, shit like that, and you're like, now he's doing The Bay. What happened? But I think if he would have taken it a different way, and he would have probably gotten over a little bit better, But whatever. You liked it. Why did you like it? It's one of your favorites.
I've already said why I liked it. It's just like it's something that's kind of like plausible that could happen, and I like found footage movies, and I like gross out stuff.
Yeah, the plausibility of it, given what's going on in the world today, is actually up the creep factor.
That was kind of the other thing that I wanted to talk about was like there's the whole scene where they're talking to the CDC and the CDC is like I don't know what's going on, and that hit a little too close to home in 2021.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a movie that's kind of the horror factor or the creep factor has kind of been enhanced by our daily lives now. So that added another dimension to it for me. I was just like, Jesus, something like this could happen. And I mean, that mayor of the city was just a piece of shit, And it was just like you said with Jaws. It was like the mayor of Amity Bay. Yeah, I think that was right. It's just like, oh no, everything's fine. Go back in the water and play, kids. And this is the same kind of. He's like, oh no, the water's fine. He takes a big cup full of it and drinks it. And you're just like, fuck, dude.
You're just watching. And you're like, ooh, don't do that.
That's not a good idea. So, but yeah, I mean, plausibility is. You see these found footage things. I don't think a witch is gonna kill me out in the woods, but I can see some weird ass fucking bacteria get in my system because assholes were being assholes and dumping shit in the water or whatever it stemmed from, So it did have a higher plausibility, which added to the creep factor to it. But
Yeah.
So.
Oh, thank you, V.
What the fuck?
All we got was just
Okay. I have no idea what you guys are going on about.
I don't know either.
Okay. So, anything else on the Bay? What would you name it? Severed Heads out of 5. What would you give it?
4.
Wow. Okay.
2.
So I'd go 2.5.
Pieces of shit. You uncultured Pieces of shit.
Like I said, if they would have took the found footage out of it, I probably would have made it a 4.5.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Take the found footage out of it, made it an actual movie. But it's just that found footage part that kind of drug it down for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some good found footage, like you said, and I've seen some really bad found footage, and
VHS 94.
a VHS viral, that would be another
VHS
one.
viral.
The last broadcast would be another fucking terrible one.
God, there was one movie I watched that tried to be VHS so hard and it just failed.
What was it called? You don't know?
Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry.
So which
sorry,
one?
cut out.
Which one's got it right? I mean, if we're going to talk about found footage, I think this is the only one on our list that's found footage. So,
The Blair Witch Project,
yeah,
VHS 1,
yeah,
maybe 2.
2 was good. Yeah, yeah, you still got it. You got to go with the granddaddy. You got to go with Cannibal Holocausts.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that one.
Yeah,
'cause I know
that's-
the one.
That was like the first one I can ever recall, and that shit's fucking brutal still to this day.
If somebody went to jail over the movie,
Yes, you know it's bad when somebody gets. They had to find the actors from the movie to
Yeah.
bring them out to clear the guy.
because they thought it was a snuff film.
And even still, there's some bad shit in there with animals and stuff. So
One I really like that I don't know if it'll be on your guys' list, but it's called Searching.
oh, with George
Fucking
Takei Kumar.
that was-
Yeah, not George Takei. He played Sulu. But yeah,
Yeah.
isn't he also playing? Never mind. That's a whole nother subject. Fucking
I liked
Cowboy
I
Bebop.
like Cloverfield.
Oh yeah, Cloverfield was one.
Area 51 was pretty good.
So Cloverfield is the only one, like, I've seen tons of these. This is the only one that's actually made me, like, motion sick.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say it was a little motion sicky, but I mean, I still liked it. Jerusalem was a good one.
Did you Chronicle? I like that one.
Chronicle's pretty good. I don't
That
think that's a
was-
horror movie, though.
It's not horror, but yeah, I mean, it's found footage. The guy at the end is pretty fucking psycho, though. It's pretty
Yeah,
horrific.
true.
Did you guys ever
The
see? Oh, go for it.
I was going to say the first Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
The Taking of Deborah Logan's pretty good.
Did you guys ever see
yeah.
Apollo 18? No. So that was.
Yes.
Yes, you did. What did you think of that one?
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I would put it probably with The Bay. Now that I think about it,
Oh. Okay. The disgust in fucking Zach's voice right there. That one seemed interesting. I never actually watched it, but it was found footage on a moon landing, so it was interesting. I had never gotten around to it though.
House October Built.
Okay.
That was
Brave
a good one.
Encounters.
Do what?
The first one, yes.
The first one, yes.
Well,
Second
it's
one,
just
no.
like it's just like the house that October built. The first one was good. The second one, not so much.
About Record.
I've never seen it. I need to.
Yeah. The American one I saw, but it's got
I haven't
Dexter's
seen-
sisters in it.
I haven't seen the American one. I've seen the what are they? In another language, I can't remember.
It's foreigners. It's Spanish. It's a Spanish found food. It's Spain.
Fucking racist.
And they're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Those are alright.
I need to see are Troll Hunter and Lake Mungo.
Troll Hunter is awesome. If it's the one that I'm thinking
I've
of.
always heard that.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard it was good. Haven't seen it yet.
That's one of those
Exactly.
little gems
And it's just
that.
on my list that, like, I see it and I'm like, I need to watch that. Not tonight, and then I forget about it.
I think
Exactly.
I think it's getting a remake.
No.
Yeah, they're gonna remake it. So catch it soon.
Have you guys seen Creep?
No.
That one's pretty good.
What was the one that had Alice from Resident Evil, and it was an alien abduction one.
Oh, the fourth kind?
The fourth kind.
That one was actually pretty good.
That one was good up until because they said they put the real footage in there.
Yeah, they spliced
And then
it in.
my wife swore to me up and down, no, this is the real footage. They put the real footage in there of these people. And one quick Google search, I was like, no, it's fake. Look,
The whole thing, yeah. That
And,
one was good, though.
that was one of those things where I told her Santa Claus wasn't real. Oh,
She's kind of... Oh. She was just so upset. And that's the kind of shit Zach lives for. Yeah, well, you didn't see that guy over there? It's just a guy in a suit.
it's not really Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh, shit. All right. Zach, this was your pick. Do you have a Halloween-themed question to ask?
Worst type of Halloween candy. What is it? Almond Joys.
Really? I love fucking Almond Joys.
I fucking hate you.
All right, so a lot of people are going to say candy corn. I like candy corn. The ones that I fucking hated, they were these wax paper in black and orange, peanut butter fucking taffies, and you'd get 1,000 of them for $1. And so you get a fistful of these fucking things, and they would either break your teeth or they would dissolve in your mouth into tiny little pieces that you had to fucking spit out because they were indigestible.
That sounds like a candy you get in the 1830s.
It seems like it was, but they were black and orange wax paper, twisty wrapped. It was basically fucking peanut butter, saltwater taffies. But they were never fresh. They were always someone, your grandmother had them on her fucking coffee table for 6 years.
With the strawberry candies.
Yes, the strawberry candies. Oh my god, those two. But I got some of those sometimes.
To me, the worst Halloween candy is the bubblegum lips that you would get.
Yes.
Oh, those fucking wax lips?
The wax bubblegum
Those are
lips.
so disgusting.
Yes. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? You eat them. I was like, okay. And I put it in my mouth. I'm like, oh! I'm like, get this shit out. Like, oh no, you chew it. It's wax. I'm like, no.
Yeah, everything else was good, whether tasting or for a purpose, because you could either trade the shit you didn't like because somebody else did,
Yeah.
or it was just tasty.
So what do you guys rate candy corn? Yay or nay?
Nay.
I don't
Hard
mind
nay.
it, but I could only eat a little bit.
Yeah. I love those pumpkins that are just like candy corn, but they're a little bit bigger.
It's the same shit.
I know. So it's all that branchers, whatever
Hard
that.
nay.
I don't know. I love candy corn. I don't give a fuck who wants to fight me on it.
It's not candy, but we'd always terrorize the houses that gave us pennies.
Yeah. I had people do that because where I grew up, it was like a gated community, and my sister and I were the only fucking two kids that lived there. And we would go through the neighborhood, and people would be like, "What? What are you doing here?" Oh, and then they go back. It was like that scene in Big Daddy, where the guy wasn't ready, and fucking Adam Sandler goes in there to beat the shit out of him. He's like, "Oh!" He's throwing him a box of checks, and he's like, "Here, take my watch." And so people would just grab random things in their fucking. Hold on, I'll be right back. And we got some of the most random shit sometimes. Yeah, we had a guy though. Every year he would be like, he'd reach into his pocket, and pull out a fistful of change, and flick a few coins into our pillowcases. I was like, motherfucker.
Cheap ass piece of shit.
Yeah, but it sucked too because then there was another older lady who made shit for us because she knew we were coming, and then my mom would never let us eat it because it's oh yeah, we don't know where that shit's been. I was like, oh man. So the 80s scare of fucking razor blades and the fucking foods and shit.
Razor blades and weed.
Yeah. I love the scare going around this year. I've seen it post on Facebook. It's like, don't take people's people are gonna give away their edibles to the kids and shit.
First of all, no the fuck we won't, because that shit's expensive.
Careful, people may give out drug-laced candy. Fuck we will.
They do at the adult-friendly houses. Like, there's this one house that would give shots every year, and then found another house that gave edibles to the adults.
The one guy in my neighborhood gives out beers.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen those too.
You seen beer before?
Well, to the kids.
Oh yeah. Let's go to old man Winter's house. We're gonna go like 3 or 4 times, and we're gonna change our mask, and we're gonna fucking get beer.
He's already lit, so he doesn't know, and he's just handing out.
He's sitting there watching fucking whatever on TV. He don't give a fuck. His refrigerator's almost gone anyway.
I got the fucking
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
I got the fucking the bowl of beer outside my door.
The bowl of beer.
You know how people will just leave out like bowl of candy?
Yeah. You just leave a stack of Solo cups and a fucking keg. Like, serve yourself, kids. Happy Halloween.
By the way, if you are a fucking... we're on this subject now. If you're a fucking adult and people do that and you walk up and take the whole bowl of candy, fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
You are the biggest piece of scumbag shit ever.
Man, as a kid, there is no bigger disappointment than walking up to a house with a bowl and it's empty. Or one fucking Tootsie Rolls left in it, and you're like, what the fuck?
I saw this one video that still like makes my blood boil to this day, where like this mom with a bunch of kids, she like walks up and empties this bowl out, and then the other kids like walk up like, what the fuck? And this mom didn't need the fucking candy. She was 300 pounds as it is.
Speaking of Tootsie Rolls, do you guys remember the different flavored Tootsie Rolls that you would get on Halloween? Do they?
Yeah.
I remember they had like, was a blue wrapper was vanilla, a green wrapper was apple. I haven't seen those in years either.
Oh, I see them every year.
Well, you still have kids that you take out. Fuck, man, give me a break.
I was gonna say they haven't made new ones. They just reuse the old ones from every year because they taste like shit.
Yeah, it's the same ones. Oh man,
it's the same one's been in circulation since 1982.
All right, well,
that was the Bay.
That's the Bay, I guess. Fuck, check it out if you want to. I don't know if we've. I don't think we've talked it up enough, but 2012, Barry Levinson's The Bay. I can't tell you
tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow for the next.
Who knows what we'll be talking about tomorrow? We don't even know.
This is true. But until then, yeah.